morning. This is Karl F Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, August 24th, 2019, and I just want to do a quick little review of the Lions-Bills preseason game last night. I managed to watch most of it until I fell asleep a little bit in the fourth quarter, but I saw what I wanted to see. And most of it, what I thought was pretty good, especially with Stafford. And yeah, I am testing these sound effects out on my podcast. Anyway, a little bit before I get into the game a little more, I am now officially, as well as on Spreaker, I've been approved for CastBox, so you can find my podcast over on CastBox as well. I'm checking in to be approved to Apple iTunes. More other things, so my podcast reach is growing out, and I do have other areas. I'm getting noted in various regions already, but I don't want to go into details on that. Anyway, back to the game. Okay, the takeaways is I saw what I liked was, first of all, the offensive line, and I'm going to get into Ragnow in a minute, but the commentators were noting how they were like forming a circle of protection where Stafford could step up and throw. That was looking good, and the connection, the chemistry between Stafford and T.J. Hawkinson was just unbelievable. So, and again, remember, these were all vanilla plays. So the running game was still questionable at best. Again, I believe that Darrell Bevel's under strict orders from Patricia not to show his card, so that's fine. But the Lions still need to pick it up running in the running game. But I liked the once Matt Stafford got into the flow and they scored, and it was obvious that they finally got their timing and everything together. Then that was good to get him out. I was getting a little nervous. I thought maybe they were keeping him in a little bit too long, but anyway, that went well. Then. I'll get into the injuries, but first of all, the problem areas were the penalties, and I'm sure that Patricia's he's going to really address that. I mean, there were some silly, 7 points was given to the Bills, just basically on defensive penalties, stupid plays. They were good calls. As far as the refs doing the game, there's going to be some people complaining about why there was no flag on Stafford when he got a similar shot, but when the Bills quarterback was touched. That was a good call. One of the commentators was kind of grumbling about it, but I think the Lions defender could have pulled back a little bit, even though he gave him just a little brush tap, and the guy fell. He was going to fall anyway, but still, that's the rules. He violated the rules, and it was a 15-yard penalty. I agree with the refs on it, and it's more of a safety thing, but there's going to be a lot of Lions fans saying, well, this is unfair. No, I don't. I think that the calling, the play, the officiating was done pretty evenly, and but the Lions got to clean it up on the penalties. You can't have that many penalties. Doesn't matter how many points you score. you get that many penalties, especially on defense, you're going to lose the game. So they need to clean that up. Okay, injuries. Two injuries. We had an injury on not Tees Tabor, but Jared Davis and Ragnow. They're both worrisome. I think if Jared Davis is out for a little bit, that's not going to be too much of a problem, but it definitely is a blow, depending on how long it is. But the more concerning thing is Ragnow. If he's out for a while, depending on, they probably will wait till Monday to if they even talk about how serious his injury is. But everybody saw it, so everybody knows he's injured. So the fans and everybody wants to know just how bad is Ragnow, because for me personally, if Ragnow's going to be missing about 3 or 4 games minimum of the season, well, that's going to change my whole season prediction for the Lions, because even though they were putting in Glasgow there, it's just not good. Even the commentator said you need to have the five starters, and then you need at least one who's versatile, who can play in any of the center or any of the guards or tackle position. And but if one of the starters go out, and then if they have 2 of the linemen go out, the Lions season is over. So let's just hope and pray that both Ragnow and Jared Davis can pop up and be ready for game 1 next week. More than likely they will both be sitting out, which is fine. Stafford will probably be sitting out too. But all in all, I think even though the Lions lost the game, now the funniest part is I was watching and Fales. When Fales came in, man, I've been really busy, but I was trying. The game got pretty boring really when Fales came in, and I saw the first couple of plays when it was in the 4th quarter, I think, when Josh Johnson came in. So I saw that it was 20-13. So I missed. And then apparently it just it just got really boring. I fell asleep. Next thing I know, it's 24-20. So I missed that. Touchdown. So apparently I'll have to check. I didn't. My battery's going low on my tablet, and I wanted to see what happened, what I missed. Anyway, I missed that. So for all of you, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please, I'll find out. I'll know by the time you comment. But let me know in the comments below what I missed. Fails definitely does not look good. So hopefully Josh Johnson did something. But anyway, when I snapped out of it, it was 24-20, and the Lions were driving, and it looks like they were doing pretty good with Josh Johnson in there, and the full-cam guy was just trying to get some extra yards, got the ball stripped. I mean, he had both hands on the ball, but it was stripped. He was just trying to do much. He should have just went, when he was hit, he should have just went straight to the ground. Then the Lions could have scored, but he'll learn. But at least he had both arms on the ball. But the defender, they just ripped it right out of him, his hand. So he's going to have to. That's going to be a learning moment for him. So, but he's looking good for what I saw. It looked like Johnson was getting things going. Apparently, with the second. The second string offensive people, so that's a plus. But I'm still, from what I saw on Fails, basically it put me to sleep. But I think, barring any seriousness of the injuries, I think all went well, and we will just have to wait and see. And I will be doing a season prediction after next week, sometime after next preseason game and before the season starts. So, and my predictions will be based on how serious these injuries are. But for the most part, I was pretty pleased with it, even though it was a loss, basically a loss that shouldn't have happened. The Lions handed the Bills that game on a silver platter, and it'll be taken care of. But I was pleased. Anyway, well, that's it for now. And we will talk to you again next week, or no, actually Monday morning when I do my next podcast Monday morning. So we'll talk to you then.